What if the Champions League consisted of only clubs that play in the top 5 leagues around Europe? Would that competition be classified as a Super League Champions League then? Well, today we're gonna see exactly what that would look like. If we're taking clubs for the Champions League only from the top 5 leagues, obviously the top 4 leagues are the Premier League in England, La Liga in Spain, Serie A in Italy, and the Bundesliga in Germany. Now, the 5th league will be a little bit controversial for some, but we will put France in there with Liga. But Liga being the 5th league, they're gonna have a small penalty. Because our Champions League will have a total of 24 clubs that participate, the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, and the Bundesliga will have a total of 5 clubs per league that get in. But the 5th league in Liga will only have 4 clubs. And we're going to find these 24 clubs by simulating one full season on FC25 in La Liga, the Premier League, Serie A, and the Bundesliga. After one full season, the top 5 finishers will automatically qualify for our Champions League. And from France, it will be the top 4 finishers. So let's start in the Premier League, guys. The football season is over, and the top 5 clubs from the Prem that will qualify for our UCL: Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea came in 4th. They're not even playing in the Champions League this season. And 5th place went to Newcastle United, who are also not even participating in Europe. In the Bundesliga, the top 5 clubs, of course, Bayern Munich with Harry Kane will be there. They finished top. Bayer Leverkusen is in 2nd. Borussia Dortmund is in 3rd. A surprising Hoffenheim came in 4th, so they're going to be playing. And RB Leipzig in 5th. From Italy, Serie A, Roma won Serie A, guys, on 88 points, so they're in. Juventus is in 2nd. Lazio is in 3rd. Inter Milano is in 4th. And Napoli actually came in 5th. That means Fiorentina and AC Milan, they miss out. In La Liga, the top 5 clubs that will qualify for our UCL, of course, Real Madrid, they're in 1st. Atletico Madrid in 2nd. Barcelona, only 1 point behind Atleti and Real Madrid, they're in 3rd. Athletic Club Bilbao in 4th. And actually, Villarreal came in 5th. We got our 20 clubs from the top 4 leagues. Now we gotta go to Ligue 1 in France for the last 4 remaining clubs. And oh my goodness, there is some massive shocks. PSG finishing in 1st and qualifying, not a massive shock. RC Lens in 2nd. Monaco in 3rd. And Brest finished in 4th. Those are the top 4 clubs. So no Marseille, no Lille, no Nice, no Lyon. That's actually wild. I was definitely expecting for Lille and Marseille to be in the top 4, but nope, they're not. We got our 24 clubs from the top 5 leagues for our Champions League. This is the league phase. As you're looking at the table, everyone will play each other. Let's go to the end of the league phase and see who automatically qualifies for the round of 16. It'll be the top 8 clubs. The league phase of our Champions League, Super League, I mean, if you want to call it that, well, it's over, guys. 23 matches have been played. All clubs have played each other once. The top 8 clubs will qualify for the round of 16, and they are as follows. Honestly, no surprise in the top 8 clubs. Barca in 1st, Real Madrid in 2nd, Bayern Munich in 3rd, Man City in 4th, Inter Milano in 5th, Atletico Madrid in 6th, Arsenal in 7th, and then Liverpool rounded off the top 8. That means places 9th to 24th will play in a playoff where the 8 winners will also qualify into the round of 16. 9th was Juventus, and they will play 24th place in RC Lens from France. 10th was the German side Bayer Leverkusen. They had a pretty decent campaign, although they did lose 5 matches. They will play 23rd place in Monaco. 11 versus 22. 11th was Lazio, and they will play 22nd place in Newcastle United, who only won 2 out of 23 matches. 12th versus 21st. Athletic Club Bilbao was in 12th, and 21st was another French club in Brest. 13th versus 20th is getting closer and closer. Roma from Italy was in 13th, and 20th was Hoffenheim from Germany. 14th versus 19th, the biggest disappointment so far in this league phase campaign. PSG finished in 14th, and they will play Villarreal, who's gonna try to play spoiler. 15th versus 18th, Chelsea was in 15th, and they're gonna go up against Borussia Dortmund, who also had an extremely disappointing campaign. That should be a very interesting matchup. And then 16 versus 17, guys, as close as it gets. Leipzig versus Napoli. Let's get these playoffs underway, shall we, guys? For a spot in the round of 16, 9th versus 24th, Juventus from Italy, RC Lens from France. How far can French clubs go? Apparently quite far. RC Lens, Danso in the 86th minute, Vlahovic in the 84th, but Danso wins it for Lens, and Juventus is eliminated. 24th place moves on. Hey, maybe the French sides are trying to tell us something. We are a good league, guys. Ligue 1 is a competitive league. Well, 10th versus 23rd. Monaco in 23rd versus Bayer Leverkusen. Leverkusen, who finished in 10th. Surely it's Bayer Leverkusen. It is Leverkusen. It is Grimaldo. Terrier missed the penalty too. It could have been 4. Bayer Leverkusen, dominant. A playoff matchup number 3, I'm really not too sure about, guys. 11th place Lazio versus 22nd place in Newcastle. I wouldn't underestimate Newcastle, even though they came in 22nd. There you go. There, Joe Linton in the 6th minute. Lazio finished in 11th and they're eliminated. We got one French club in the round of 16. One French club is eliminated. Now it's 12th versus 21st. Athletic Club Bilbao versus 21st finisher in Brest. Can another French club get to the round of 16? No, they cannot. Athletic Club Bilbao, Guruzeta, Williams Jr., of course, it's them. They're just the more quality side, aren't they? Playoff matchup number 5, 13th place Roma versus 20th place in Hoffenheim. To be honest with you guys, I'm not 100% sure how either club even got to this competition because they had to finish in the top 5 in Italy and in Germany. I mean, maybe Roma was somewhat realistic, but Hoffenheim, what a pleasant surprise. Let's see if they can get to the round of 16 by beating Roma. No, they got absolutely hammered by Roma. 3-0 Dovbyk. Will PSG keep representing for France because there's only one club in the round of 16 from France? Maybe they could be the second, but they had a very bad campaign versus another surprising club in Villarreal who finished in the top 5 in La Liga somehow, but now they got to get by PSG to get to the round of 16. Can they actually do it? Is France a farmers league, guys? Only one club made it to the round of 16, and it wasn't even PSG. Villarreal is in the round of 16. I don't know what to say. Two heavyweights facing each other in playoff matchup number 7. Chelsea versus Borussia Dortmund. 15th versus 18th for a spot in the round of 16. Dortmund is gone as well. I cannot believe it. Enzo and Nicholas Jackson puts Chelsea into the last 16. The last one, boys. 16 versus 17. Leipzig taking on Napoli and Romelu Lukaku. Šeško versus Lukaku for a spot in the round of 16. It's going to Šeško and RB Leipzig. Lukaku is gone. Our round of 16 brackets are set, guys, like usual. The left side and the right side. On the left side, first place Barcelona, well, they have a challenge on their hands because they got to play 24th place in RC Lens. Apparently, they're massive. Then it will be 8th versus 10th, Liverpool versus Bayer Leverkusen. 3rd versus 19th, Bayern Munich versus the Spanish side Villarreal, who beat out PSG. And 6th versus 13th, Spain versus Italy, Atletico Madrid versus Roma. Then we're going to go to the right side of the bracket, 2nd versus 22nd, Real Madrid versus Newcastle United. 7th versus 12th, Arsenal versus Athletic Club Bilbao. 4th versus 16th, Manchester City versus RB Leipzig. And 5 versus 15, Inter Milano versus Chelsea. These matchups are actually quite crazy for a round of 16. Let's begin the round of 16 journey. 1st versus 24th, Barca versus RC Lens. Now, some people in the comments have been asking, Tsar, how come the knockout rounds aren't over 2 leg and is just a single knockout? Well, that's because it makes things just a little bit more fun and unpredictable. Plus, if any club is deserving to win a competition on our channel, they gotta perform when it matters. They gotta perform under pressure. They got one match, you better win them all. So let's go. Barca versus RC Lens for a spot in the round of 8. Who will it be? That is the end of the road for RC Lens. They performed very well. They got this far, but of course it's gonna be Barcelona. This one is much closer though. It's 8th in Liverpool versus 10th in Bayer Leverkusen. I think anyone can win this one. Who will it be? 8th place club. It's gonna be Liverpool. It's not gonna be Bayer, man. Their journey ends in the round of 16. From Bayer, we're going to Bayern Munich versus the Spanish side Villarreal. I also don't know how they got this far, but here they are. You know, they're ready to give it their all against Bayern Munich. It's gonna be tough though, man. It was close. They performed great. You know, can we get a round of applause for Villarreal? But Bayern Munich ultimately moves on. The last round of 16 matchup on the left side of the bracket, Atletico Madrid. They've been waiting for an opponent, and they got Roma from Italy. Quite tricky, I believe, but I think Atletico Madrid should take this one. They do not take this one. It's the story of Roma on the left side of the bracket, my friends. They are in the quarterfinals. Nice Roma story happening on the left side of the bracket. Are we gonna have any nice stories on the right side of the bracket? Well, it's 2nd versus 22nd. Real Madrid versus Newcastle United for a spot in the round. No! We wanted a nice story on the right side of the bracket. We got a nice story on the right side of the bracket. Alexander Isak seals the deal. Eliminate Real Madrid. 2 Spanish giants are gone. No Madrid clubs. Do not underestimate Newcastle United, guys. Will another Spanish club go out? Atletico Madrid is gone. Real Madrid is gone. What about Athletic Club Bilbao? Well, they gotta face 7th place Arsenal. It's 7th versus 12th, but Nico Williams, could he be the difference maker? Jurriën Timber was actually the difference maker for Arsenal, and Kai Havertz. Maybe Arsenal is the nice story of the tournament. Maybe they could win a UCL. 2 English sides have progressed to the quarterfinals from the right side of the bracket in Newcastle and Arsenal. Will Manchester City follow suit? 4th versus 16th in RB Leipzig. To the round of 8. Yo, what a scoreline. Holy moly. 8 goals. I don't know what happened. Seiwald in the 10th. Haaland in the 13th. Haaland makes it 2-1 in the 37th. Šeško equalizes. It's 2-2 in the 60th. Savinho in the 70th gives Man City a 3-2 lead. 3 minutes later, it's Šeško once again. It's 3-3. It goes into extra time, and it's Seiwald and Openda for RB Leipzig. And Manchester City, just like Real Madrid, is eliminated. That's wild. Honestly, after seeing all these results, I want UEFA to organize a tournament with just clubs from the top 5 leagues. Let's get to the last round of 16 matchup, guys. It is 5th versus 15th. It is Inter Milano versus Chelsea for the final spot in the quarterfinals. Will Nicholas Jackson do it again? No, he will not. It was Hakan Çalhanoğlu that completes it for Inter Milano, eliminates Chelsea. 8 clubs left, 4 on the left side, 4 on the right side. On the left, it will be Barcelona versus Liverpool and Bayern Munich versus the wonderful story of Roma. While on the right, an all-English affair, it's Newcastle versus Arsenal and then Leipzig versus Inter Milan. These matchups are gonna be crazy. 2 absolute football giants facing each other in the quarterfinals for a spot in the last 4, the semis. 1 match to decide it all. It goes to Barcelona and Bobby Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal. They do it again. Barcelona is a semi-finalist on the left side of the bracket, and they will face either Bayern Munich or Roma. Can Roma continue their fairy tale story, or will this be the end? Artem Dovbyk, the game changer, eliminates Bayern Munich. Guys, this stuff happens every video. Something always ridiculous is happening on FC25, man. This time it's Roma completely blowing our minds and shocking everyone. I guess Roma, welcome to the semi-finals. 2 semi-finals are complete. Off to the right side of the bracket to find 2 more semi-finalists. England versus England, Premier League versus Premier League, Arsenal versus Newcastle United for a spot in the last 4. Who will it... Arsenal bottles it again. How many times? How many times can Arsenal bottle stuff, guys? Dude, Joe Linton's been insane in this video. He scores every single game. He got a brace against Arsenal. I am genuinely shocked at Newcastle United, man. They beat out Real Madrid. Now they took care of Arsenal. They are in the last 4. Newcastle is waiting for an opponent in the semi-finals. Inter Milano or RB Leipzig, who beat out Manchester City. 1 match to decide it all. RB Leipzig, are they the goated squad of this video? They did the same thing to Inter as they did to Manchester City. Inter went up 1-0. Benjamin Šeško equalized. Inter goes up 2-1. Baumgartner equalizes. It goes to extra time. Inter goes up in the 94th minute. Baumgartner equalizes again. And then with 8 minutes to go, Kevin Campbell in the 112th minute gives Leipzig the victory. All right, I did not expect these last 4 clubs to actually be the last 4 clubs. Maybe we expected one of them because Barcelona is going to be there. They're a big heavyweight, of course, but they're going to be facing Roma on the left side. While on the right side, no Real Madrid, no Arsenal, no Manchester City, no Inter Milan. It's Newcastle versus Leipzig. Well, here we are. It's Bobby Lewandowski versus Artem Dovbyk. Barca versus Roma to get to our top 5 leagues, Champions League final. 1 match, it goes to Barcelona, guys. It was just way too much to ask of Roma after they got by Atletico Madrid and Bayern Munich. For Roma to even be in the semi-finals of this competition, I would consider that a victory. You guys should be very proud. But hold on a second, guys. We got yet another semi-final to figure out. 2 incredible stories colliding, going head to head. RB Leipzig versus Newcastle for a date with Barcelona in our Champions League final. And the winner is Newcastle United. There is just no way. RB Leipzig ran out of gas, my friends. That's it. That is the end of the road. But just like Roma, they should be extremely proud they got this far. And what can we say about Newcastle, guys? I truly don't know how they got here, because remember, in the league phase, they finished in 22nd. Clearly, the league phase position means absolutely nothing. Welcome to the final of our top 5 league Champions League. Barcelona versus, who would have expected this other club? Newcastle United. Joe Linton and Alexander Isak versus Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, and Bobby Lewandowski. Barcelona will kick off there in their yellow kits, and Newcastle United is in their classic stripes, of course, the black and white. And there is Lamine Yamal on the ball. I truly don't know how Newcastle United got here, guys. I really don't. You know, as the ball is played to the other side of the field, Rafinha goes all the way tumbling to Balde. He gets up. Advantage is played. Balde will hold on to the ball. Imagine if Newcastle wins this one, man. I can't see it happening. Dani Olmo! It's 1-0 Barcelona. Long road for Newcastle United in this one, I feel. But hey, it's still early. It's 1-0. Is this gonna get out of hand? I hope not. I want Newcastle to keep it competitive. Lamine Yamal. That was magnificent. But Nick Pope comes to the rescue. Are we cheering for Newcastle here, guys? Like, they're definitely the most massive underdog in this final. And they really got a Kubarsi now. Pope once again. They got to get their stuff together. Rare attack for Newcastle. 35 minutes in. Almiron taking on Balde. Where's he going to go? He gives it to Balde. I don't know why he did that. And now Dani Olmo one touches it to Rafinha. And Rafinha's got plenty of space. And he's going to run around everybody. Cher is not going to catch Rafinha. Look at those feet. Oh my gosh, what a pass to Dani Olmo. Is he going to lay it off? Yes, he is. Lewandowski on his right. Miguel Almiron will drop it off to Kieran Trippier. Trippier back to Almiron. He can't get around Balde. Oh, you know what? Maybe he can. He gets the ball back. But it is halftime, the first 45. You know what? Newcastle held on. They're still alive. Maybe Newcastle United can, you know, squeeze one in. If they could get a lucky one, then play good defense, then maybe take it to extra time or penalties. Is that a possibility? Is that realistic? Maybe. Yeah, I would say so. Lewandowski once again. He's going to have the space. He's going to drop it off. Dani Olmo back to Lewandowski. What a save by Nick Pope. Barnes is coming on for Almiron here. He hasn't been great, Miguel. So we'll see what Barnes can do. Harvey Barnes. Rafinha stands over the ball. He's going to go short to Yamal. Into the box. Tonali blocks. Tonali intercepts. Tonali goes forward. Great work by Sandro Tonali. He's taken on everybody. There's no one in front of him. No Newcastle players. He's going alone. There's a trailer. There's a trailer. There's the trailer. It's Isak. Barnes with a shot. This is much better from Newcastle. Bruno to Barnes. Isak, is he onside? He's onside. He was offside. No. Harvey Barnes has made a huge difference as he's come on. Yeah, he was off, man. Alexander Isak was off. Harvey Barnes has been lively since he's come on. He's created a few things. Olmo has been good this entire time, and he hits the crossbar. My goodness. Newcastle's best player, though, has been this man. It's been Nick Pope. Several saves so far to keep it at 1-0. Koundé going forward. Taking on Livramento and gets by Livramento with ease. Into the box. Yes, this is dangerous. This is very dangerous. It's 2-0. It's game over. That's it. Robert Lewandowski. You can't give him that much space. You can't give Barcelona that many opportunities. You can't let Jules Koundé just burst through you into the box like he did against Livramento. Just no competition. Look at that. Livramento couldn't even keep up. Simple drop-off, simple tap-in for Bobby. Unfortunately, that is the end of the road for Newcastle United. Their fairy tale story will end in disappointment. Joe Linton going forward. He's going to try and dink it to Tonali. Araujo is there. It's just, yeah, not good enough. Not good enough from Newcastle United, and that is the final whistle. It is Barcelona 2-0 over Newcastle, guys. A huge shout out goes to Roma, to Leipzig, of course, to Newcastle United, but the Spanish Giants in Barcelona will lift this top 5 leagues Champions League trophy. Rafinha, Lewandowski, Koundé, Lamine Yamal, they were all just brilliant and wonderful. Newcastle was the heavy underdog. Barcelona are the champions, guys. They deserve it. Also, can we talk about Ligue 1 and France? Not a single club from France even smelled the quarterfinals. Not one in the round of 8. Nobody. RC Lens made it the deepest. So maybe we should have put in another league like Portugal or Belgium or the Netherlands. You guys let me know down in the comments. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Always keep smiling. If you have any other cool ideas, let me know down in the comments. Maybe we do Champions League, but without the top 5 leagues next. Let me know if you like that idea. I love you guys as always. Peace, 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 peace. Barcelona. Peace.